From the Tennessee Valley Weather Center, this is your evening weather update.
Temperatures not too far from average this afternoon across a large part of our area. And for some of us, it actually took a while to get up into the lower 80s this afternoon. Here are temperatures late this afternoon before we head into the sunset time frame. 82 in Lawrenceburg, as well as Athens and Hohenwald. 80 still in Columbia and Decatur. A little warmer back to the west. 85 in Russellville, 83 in the Shoals, and an 86 in Savannah, 87 in Iuka, Mississippi. Arctic Air Skycam Network showing that clouds have really worked to clear out this afternoon after mostly cloudy skies and a little bit of fog this morning. We're back to clear skies this afternoon, even some rain showers earlier in southern Middle Tennessee, but we're mostly clear across the area this afternoon. That's going to continue tonight, and that allows temperatures to drop toward comfortable levels in the upper 50s and lower 60s across the area. Satellite and radar composite showing this morning showers fading away into the midday and early afternoon. Clouds fading away as well, and we're mostly clear out there this afternoon and through the evening hours. You notice a minor disturbance off to the north. No rain associated with that, so we're going to go quiet here for the next several days. It's going to be late next week before we get back into active weather again, which means that weather looking just fine this evening for the next to last day of the Middle Tennessee District Fair in Lawrenceburg over in Rotary Park. Still in the lower 80s by 6 o'clock. Partly cloudy to mostly clear. Staying mostly clear through the evening as we drop through the 70s during the 7 and 8 o'clock hours, down toward the upper 60s as we get toward 10 o'clock at evening fair. Activity wraps up for the evening. And then one more day of the fair for Saturday, and weather for it looks just fine as well. This evening, just a few clouds out there, actually more clear than what Futurecast is showing out there as we head through the evening and the overnight. We'll drop down into the lower 60s for morning lows because skies are more clear than what you're seeing here. So I think Futurecast not quite dropping the temperatures quite enough. So I think low, maybe middle 60s for a few spots. And then it's actually spitting a shower or two out for Saturday, but it's the only model doing that. I think we're going to be partly cloudy to mostly clear. Guess I can't rule out a sprinkle because we have a little data showing it, but again, this is the only model. I don't really expect rain chances for our Saturday. I do expect temperatures come back up into the mid to upper 80s once again, though, with some daytime heating with that sunshine into the afternoon, falling back into the 70s around sunset and into the 60s once again as we head into the overnight hours. Our regional Futurecast, driven by the GFS, keeps us mostly clear as we head into Saturday, and looking upstream to the north of us now, that kind of matches with what I expect versus that higher resolution Futurecast a moment ago. So honestly, I expect us to be mostly sunny through the weekend, maybe a few clouds at times. I don't really expect any rain chances out there as we head into early next week. A few more clouds gradually with time, but it's going to take a while for them to come back as we gradually get more southerly flow toward the middle of the week. That's ahead of a cold front that brings some big weather changes toward the latter part of next week and next weekend. I'll talk about that here in just a moment. Mid to upper 80s for daytime highs here for the next few days, with those morning lows hanging around the upper 50s and generally the lower 60s. Now looking ahead toward the latter part of next week and next weekend, we're having increasing confidence in the model data that a big time upper trough of low pressure sets up over the eastern United States Thursday and the Friday of next week. That drives a cold front through the area. I think that does bring the chance of some scattered showers, maybe a few storms Thursday night into Friday. And then behind that, as we head into the latter part of next week, Friday night into next weekend, cooler air follows. We're likely to have daytime highs Friday into the weekend down into the 70s, and morning lows over the weekend well down into the low to mid 50s. And I can't rule out some temperatures over the area, maybe into the upper 40s for morning lows, especially towards Saturday morning and Sunday morning of next weekend. Not this weekend, but we have increasing confidence in that general idea with a good taste of fall weather coming late next week. This evening, mostly clear skies out there, maybe some patchy dense fog after midnight here. Morning lows in the low to mid 60s as we begin our Saturday, and then and then mostly sunny skies out there through the day. Daytime highs in the mid to upper 80s over southern Middle Tennessee, mid to upper 80s to near 90 in a couple spots, but partly cloudy to mostly clear skies over northwest Alabama. It's going to be another warm day out there as its latest fronts reinforce the dry air, but it has not brought cooler air to the area. So mid to upper 80s, a few folks in northwest Alabama. maybe near 90 degrees for Saturday and Sunday, still in the mid 80s through midweek. And then that front comes into the region, and then we're talking about chance of a few showers and thunderstorms Thursday and Friday ahead of cooler weather coming just past the 7-day forecast for next weekend. There's the latest extended forecast. I'll be back at 9 o'clock with another check of your local weather.